जब सब गांव में बिजली पहुंचाने की योजना पर काम हो रहा है तब ललटेन का कौन काम है, सब बताइए जरा। काम करेगा तीर, अब वोट के टाइम में आ जाएगा ललटेन, ये चलेगा? ये बताइए, ये ईमान की बात है, ईमानदारी की बात है? अरे जो काम करे उसको वोट दीजिए।
इस नीतीश कुमार को हमने तैयार किया था, ये पौधा हम ही लगाए थे। हम नहीं समझते थे कि इतना बड़ा लालची नेता निकलेगा।
जो 25 साल में इन लोगों ने कुकर्म किया है, 15 साल क्या कहते हैं कि लालू राबड़ी की सरकार और 10 साल तक नीतीश कुमार, इनको बिहार की जनता से माफी मांगना चाहिए।
गंगा रथ, बहुत सारा मुख्यमंत्री लोग था देश में, कोई हिम्मत नहीं किया रथ छूने का नाम नहीं लिया, कोई डर गया, सब डर गया, लेकिन हम डरे नहीं।
हम तो सबका काम किए, सबको जोड़े, हिंदू मुसलमान, ऊंची जात के लोग, पिछड़े वर्ग के लोग, अति पिछड़े वर्ग के लोग, दलित समाज के लोग, महादलित समाज के लोग, आदिवासी, स्त्री पुरुष।
लालू यादव, नीतीश कुमार न जात के नेता हैं न जमात के नेता हैं।
ये सब ठक कैले सब हार गए। ये तो तंत्र मंत्र वाला पार्टी है और सबसे बड़ा तांत्रिक हम है।
Bihar, a land central to India's history. It was here in Vaishali that one of the world's earliest republics took root more than 2,500 years ago. It was here that Buddha attained enlightenment. Chanakya wrote about statecraft, Ashoka spread his message of peace, and Mahatma Gandhi launched his first satyagraha against colonial rule. This soil has always been more than geography. It has been a stage for revolutions, struggles, and contests for power. From the Ghats of the Ganga to the ruins of Nalanda. From Bodh Gaya's temples to Champaran's fields, Bihar carries a legacy of resilience, history, and politics. And in November 2025, it will once again play a decisive role because elections in Bihar have always mattered far beyond its borders. On 22nd of March 1912, Bihar was carved out of the Bengal Presidency, becoming a separate province under British India. In 1936, Orissa was separated and Bihar stood on its own. When India became a republic in 1950, Bihar was among its first states. Its capital, Patna. Its people, deeply rooted in tradition, yet always restless for change. In the first decades after independence, the Congress party held a firm grip on Bihar's politics. Sri Krishna Sinha became the state's first chief minister in 1946 and remained in office until 1961. Known as Bihar Kesari, the Lion of Bihar, he was a towering figure of his time. Alongside him was Anurag Narayan Sinha, his deputy and finance minister, together remembered as the Gandhi-Patna duo. For nearly 2 decades, Congress governments symbolized stability. But beneath that stability, challenges were mounting. Poverty remained widespread, caste inequalities ran deep, unemployment was high. Farmers demanded justice. Backward classes sought recognition, and students began to organize. By the late 1960s, the cracks in Congress dominance were visible. Bihar was restless. it was ready for change. The 1970s were Bihar's moment of rebellion. In 1974, Jayaprakash Narayan called for Sampurna Kranti, a total revolution. What began as a student protest in Patna quickly grew into a nationwide movement. JP's campaign was not only against corruption and price rise, it was against authoritarianism itself. Bihar was the cradle, but the target was the government of the center. When Indira Gandhi declared emergency in 1975, Bihar became the front line of resistance. When it ended, India's political map had been redrawn. A new generation of leaders emerged from JP's movement. Lalu Prasad Yadav, Nitish Kumar, Ram Vilas Paswan, Sushil Modi, Sharad Yadav. Bihar had once again altered the course of Indian politics. It had become the nursery of India's opposition. In 1990, the implementation of the Mandal Commission report ignited a new wave in Bihar's politics. Lalu Prasad Yadav, a product of the JP movement, rose to power as Chief Minister. Charismatic and rooted in the politics of social justice, Lalu gave backward classes and marginalized groups a stronger voice in government. But his years in power also saw allegations of corruption and administrative decline. The fodder scam eventually led to his imprisonment. From 1997 onwards, his wife Rabdi Devi took over as Chief Minister, keeping the RJD in power until 2005. In the year 2000, Bihar witnessed another historic transformation. On 15th of November, the birth anniversary of tribal icon Birsa Munda, the state of Jharkhand was carved out of southern Bihar under the Bihar Reorganization Act. With this, India gained its 28th state. The creation of Jharkhand fulfilled a long-standing demand of tribal communities who had fought for self-governance and recognition of their unique identity. 18 districts, including Ranchi, Dhanbad, Bokaro, Jamshedpur, Hazaribagh and Dumka, were separated from Bihar to form the new state. For Bihar, the separation meant a redrawing of its political map, leaving it with 243 assembly seats, where earlier it had been 325. And Bihar lost 14 Lok Sabha constituencies to Jharkhand, leaving 40 MPs to represent the state in the lower house of parliament. In terms of revenue and economics, the reorganization came at a cost. Jharkhand inherited much of the mineral wealth, heavy industries and forest resources. Coal mines, iron ore deposits, steel plants, dams and power projects went to the new state. Bihar was left with a largely agrarian economy, high population density, and fewer industrial resources to generate revenue. In Bihar, politically, the absence of mineral wealth sharpened the focus on caste coalitions, agriculture, migration, and the demand for development. The birth of Jharkhand was not just the creation of a new state. It was a turning point that forced Bihar to reinvent itself once again.
क्या ये सच है कि बीजेपी जेडीयू का गठबंधन खतरे में है?
नहीं, अभी तो ऐसा आप बिल्कुल एक बार ही फाइनल स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं, लेकिन अब जो हालात हैं वो कठिन है, और इस कठिन हालात से में क्या करना है इसके बारे में तो अब फैसला करना है।
In 2005, Bihar's politics shifted again. Nitish Kumar, leading the JDU in alliance with the BJP, ended 15 years of RJD rule. Over the next 2 decades, Nitish Kumar dominated Bihar's politics, not only as chief minister, but also as a master of political survival. In 2013, he broke with the BJP over Narendra Modi's rise.
बिहार में अगर चल रहा तो चले, लेकिन हम अपने बुनियादी सिद्धांतों से समझौता नहीं कर सकते हैं। जब तक बिहार का जो ये गठबंधन था, इसमें बाहरी हस्तक्षेप नहीं था, तब तक ये ठीक ढंग से चला। जब बाहरी हस्तक्षेप करने की कोशिश हुई, इसमें कठिनाई उत्पन्न हुई।
In 2015, he allied with Lalu Prasad Yadav and the Congress to form the Mahagathbandhan and defeated the BJP.
एक चाय वाले के बेटे की थाली छीन ले, गरीब के बेटे की थाली छीन ले, लेकिन एक महादलित की तो साड़ी की साड़ी पूंजी, सारा पुण्य छीन करके ले लिया। भाइयों बहनों, तब मुझे लगा कि शायद डीएनए में कोई गड़बड़ है।
बिहारी का डीएनए है कि एक बिहारी सब पर भारी पड़ेगा।
कह दिया कि नीतीश और बिहारी लोग के खून में गड़बड़ी। बताओ, आज डीएनए खड़ा, डीएनए खड़ा।
In 2017, he returned to the NDA.
जब बीजेपी छोड़ के आए थे नीतीश कुमार, बीजेपी के दूध में जैसे मक्खी गिर जाती है, निकाल के फेंक दिया जाता है, उसे फेंक के आए बीजेपी के। कसम खा के आए कि मर मिट जाएंगे, बाकी बीजेपी के साथ नहीं जाएंगे।
हम एमएलए बने आपकी कृपा से बने क्या? हम बाढ़ के एमपी बने 89 में आपकी कृपा से बने क्या? हम पहली बार एमपी का चुनाव लड़े तो कौन लड़ रहे थे हमसे, हमारे खिलाफ? ये छिपी बात है। आप गए थे क्या कुछ वोट दिलवाने?
In 2022, he walked out again, joining the India bloc. And in January 2024, he realigned with the BJP, taking oath as chief minister for the 9th time.
मुक्ति मिल गई, यहाँ थे वही फिर आ गए, और अब इधर उधर जाने का सवाल नहीं।
This constant reshaping of alliances earned him the nickname Paltu Ram. But more importantly, it established him as one of India's longest serving chief ministers, the 8th longest in the country's history, and the central figure in Bihar's modern politics. In Bihar, elections are not just contests of numbers. They are festivals of democracy. From ballot papers to electronic voting machines, from the horse-drawn campaign of the 1950s to today's helicopter rallies and digital outreach, Bihar has seen it all. The state elects 243 MLAs and 40 members of parliament, numbers that make it one of the most politically decisive regions in India. Every election here is shaped by three forces: caste, alliances, and development. And every election here delivers the same message: no single party can rule Bihar alone. As Bihar prepares to vote in November this year, the lines are sharply drawn. On one side is the NDA, led by the BJP and supported by the JDU. On the other, the India Bloc, a coalition of the RJD, Congress, left parties and regional allies. Nitish Kumar, Bihar's longest-serving chief minister, has once again chosen the NDA. His JDU remains a key partner in the ruling coalition. Tejasvi Yadav, son of Lalu Prasad, is the face of the opposition. At 35, he appeals to Bihar's young voters with jobs and development as his central message. The BJP relies on its organization and leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The India Bloc seeks to prove that opposition unity can withstand the pressures of a state election. The stakes are high not just for Bihar, but for the politics of Delhi. This year, Bihar also witnessed the rollout of the systematic identification of voters exercise, the SIR. The Election Commission said its aim was to clean up voter rolls by removing duplicates and adding first-time voters. But the exercise sparked controversy. Reports suggested that nearly 65 lakh names were removed, with districts like Kishanganj seeing unusually high deletions. Opposition parties charged that the commission was asking for birth-based proof of citizenship for voter inclusion, a requirement not mentioned in the Representation of the People Act 1951. For a state with millions of migrant workers and minority voters, the debate struck at the very heart of representation and fairness. Since independence, Bihar has produced leaders and movements that reshaped Indian politics. From Dr. Rajendra Prasad to Babu Jagjivan Ram. From JP's call for revolution to the rise of Lalu Prasad and Nitish Kumar. Today, as Bihar prepares to vote again, the questions remain the same. Who will lead? What does justice mean? What kind of development do people demand? Because Bihar is not just a state on India's political map. It is where Indian democracy is tested and redefined. This November, the verdict of Bihar will once again echo far beyond Patna. It will help decide the road to Delhi.